time for Summit versus Northern Gaming, our first match of the day. With the commentary down on the field is going to be Wave, Punk, and Leaf. Take it away, gentlemen.
It's going to be a wild ride here at the European RLCS Week 3 League play. I am excited to see how this match of Summit versus Northern Gaming is going to go. We're going to get started here on DFH Stadium, and it's going to be a great day of Rocket League, Leaf.
Oh, I'm actually excited. I mean, yesterday kind of threw us for a loop. I mean, so many predictions thrown right out the window, and if there's any region that does that quite often, it's EU. So I expect some weird things to happen. Now, can Summit overtake Northern Gaming? Is a real big question.
Yep.
I mean, even Sebadom was pretty much like, you know, it's going to be tough, but they're in a good mood, and it seems like they're ready to try.
Yeah, it's good to see that they're in high spirits, even though they're in a very grim situation with league play, and it is really their series to win. They need to prove it themselves as it's their game right now. They have their own fate in their hands. If they can win it out here, they still have a decent opportunity to make it into that top 3. But at 0-4, they really are in a must-win situation. They've got to win everything from now on.
I mean, you look at some of the stats, too, just their standings at least. We have the 8th place team currently in the league play going up against a 3rd place team. I mean, Northern Gaming's 8-5. They can lose games. It's very possible. They aren't indestructible. Just like any of these teams, anyone can be taken down. And I think that's exactly what Summit's going to have to look to do. It's going to each and every individual game and say, you know what, this could be the one that we can take off.
Right.
If you look at the whole series just as a total, you might get a little bit ahead of yourself, and you can sometimes just get in your own head. And that's a situation you don't want to find yourself in. Every single game is where you want to have all that focus. And as I just said, they're 8-5. You know, they've lost quite a few games, and it's very possible Summit could be one to take a couple more off of.
Absolutely, but Summit does have an issue winning games themselves. I think your point that they need to just focus on every game individually is very important. They have only won one game so far in all of league play, and so definitely not enough to win a series. At this point, being 0-4, they really do have to step it up. They're 7th in goals. I think they're 7th in shots as well, and where they're going up against Northern Gaming, who is leading the league in shots against, not even allowing teams to take shots at their net. Their midfield defense really being strong here. And so they really do have to figure out some way to find a way through that front line of Northern Gaming to get it onto the net just so they can even take shots in the first place.
Well, I mean, coming from that old style of Northern Gaming, back when Greasy was on it, Carpet, he's hopefully he'll be back. That'd be great, actually.
That'd be crazy.
You know, they're just relentless when it comes to offense, especially using that backboard. It's a crazy situation to be in when you're on defense. And breaking past that initial pressure is going to be critical for Summit.
Well, let's see what they're able to do here as we get game number 1 underway. We'll have Summit in the blue with Northern Gaming in the orange. As Remco tries to push that one through, Flarkey will actually have ball control in enemy territory. Mystic plays that one high. And Sebadom puts it into the corner. Now Maestro, using the dribble plays, gets it past the entire line, gets it all the way into the goal. That was 3 players upfield, and the first goal going to go in for Northern Gaming.
I mean, you just said it. That's pretty much all we see. Flarkey came up a little bit too hard at the midfield line, and Jesse just couldn't get back in time. And that's all it was, a little bit too much push forward.
We're able to get the first goal on the board here, 20 seconds into game number 1. Mystic will send it over the side. Maestro now crosses the field. Remco hanging out, watching what Sebadom will do. He'll just bounce it off of Remco, put it across that midfield line, put it all the way onto the backboard of Northern Gaming. Mystic will carry it across the goal and over to Maestro. Nice pass from Maestro up to Mystic, blocked away by Sebadom. Remco comes in to try and finish a great angle, but Flarkey gets the save. Can Mystic keep the pressure on? He puts it back into the box. It's cleared by Flarkey, and it'll be Mystic again at the midfield, who pressures this one back through. Northern Gaming continues to pound on the door of Summit here.
I mean, it's getting scary. The pressure, as you said, is starting to mount for Northern Gaming onto Summit. Summit has to maintain composure on defense. If they all start getting a little bit antsy, they're going to end up in a bad situation.
Oh, Mystic got that one straight past Sebadom in the air. Jesse's just lucky that one was a bit wide of the goal. Maestro passes it back. Sebadom sending it down into the orange. Here comes Maestro and Mystic for Northern Gaming. It'll be Remco now on the back line, watching what Flarkey does. Maestro pushes it through too, gets it up on the wall, pops it out a bit, and is able to get it past Sebadom all the way up into the corner. The single plays paying off here for Northern Gaming. They haven't been able to take a shot on the net for a good while here. So this has been good from Summit to see them being able to keep the ball away from their net. There goes Maestro. Shot just barely wide. Set high by Flarkey. Remco in to try and keep this pressure on. Flarkey will be able to pick this one up and push it across that midfield line, but shut down immediately by Maestro. They keep this ball in the blue half.
Northern Gaming is looking very composed and very comfortable in the situation right now. And as Summit, that's not something you wanted. You would hope this would be the day that they're playing a little bit off, but Northern Gaming is not.
Maestro watching that in the midfield as Flarkey takes a shot. Remco and Mystic both go for that one, which leaves an open net, but no one in to create pressure from Summit, which leaves Mystic in the midfield to take another shot towards the net, saved away by Sebadon, but the shots just continue to pour in here for Northern Gaming. Summit looking just to try to break out of their own half, see if they can keep an extended offensive pressure going. And that touch from Remco will give them an opportunity here as he plays that all the way into his own corner. Summit able to find the goal. Well done as Sebadon scores.
What an angle. Sebadon just followed that through. As soon as that clear started coming, a missed touch by Northern Gaming at midfield. Sebadon finds the perfect angle, just gets that bounce touch to get enough power on it to throw it in. No Northern Gaming defense can get to that one.
Right here at halftime, we're seeing Summit actually tie up the game. This is a good opportunity. They're hanging in there right now with Northern Gaming as Sebadon plays that one away from his goal. Ready to save your medal with that touch. Now Remco at the midfield. Try to play it past Flarkey, who puts it back towards the box. It'll be Mystic now who's up, and he plays it past Jesse. It'll be Sebadon coming from the backfield up onto the backboard. Jesse looking to demo a goalie, but doesn't find anybody. It's Maestro moving upfield, an opportunity towards the goal. Cannot find the net. Now Jesse at the midfield as Remco pressures that one in. Sebadon over to Flarkey. Summit back up on offense. Immediately countered by the touches from Maestro, who drops that one into the blue. Mystic will play it back to Maestro towards the backboard. Sebadon plays it into the corner. Now Mystic out at midfield. Flarkey with the touch all the way back into orange corner. Good touch from Remco. Mystic is watching at midfield. So he was able to go and pick up boost and then fall back. Now Flarkey watching, trying to set this one up. Mystic gets the clear. So far we've seen good pressure on both sides. More shots coming out from Northern Gaming, but most of them have been missing the net.
No, you're absolutely right, but at the same time, Summit is starting to find each other with their passes, and that could help them move and transition onto offense a little bit more as long as they keep that up.
Remco in the corner loses the 50-50, but it'll be Mystic on the wall who takes the shot. Sebadon was there. And other than that first goal, the kind of breaking through that back line goal, everything has either been just a bit wide of the goal or been saved by someone in net from Summit. But here comes Mystic trying to get it over the top. Sebadon able to play it away. Solid defense from Summit, keeping them in this game right now. As Jesse puts that one in the middle. Sebadon plays it back to Jesse, who watches here, picking up boost, trying to carry this one through, cannot get it all the way. Now Maestro plays this one high. Can he get there? No, Flarkey will play it over the top and into the corner. Now Mystic wrapping that one around as Remco in net. Jesse had an opportunity to shot, but did not go aggressively enough, and the ball sits in the corner. So we hit the final 30 seconds here. It's all tied up at one apiece. Maestro just trying to push that one through. Great shooting opportunity. Remco was there. Mystic will take the shot, but it is wide again. He's going to play it back up for Maestro, who misses the touch. Remco plays it back to Mystic. Can they push this one towards the box? As someone just tries to clear it out of their own goal. It's Mystic right now in a 1v2. Can he play this? He plays it patiently, but Flarkey just tackles him outright and gets the ball up to midfield. Jesse pushes it across the line. They've gotten it past Maestro. Here comes Flarkey. Remco has to make the save, and he does. Puts it into the corner, and the setup from Mystic back out to midfield. They might be able to get the carry all the way. No, it'll get tackled there, and we go to overtime.
Just taking out there. Summit's got to watch out, though. Northern Gaming, when they're on the offense and they're moving back to their defensive rotations, they're getting a little bit physical, and that's something that Summit has to watch out for because that could really mess them up.
Maestro wins the 50-50 in the air. Flarkey will play that one back into the middle. Sebadon looking for an opportunity as they played over the top of him. And Jesse winning out two 50-50s, gets this one into the corner. Plays it on the backboard. Mystic just looks to put it back in the corner for Maestro. He's able to get it past Flarkey. They get it past Sebadon, and now they're having a breakaway here as they're going to be able to shoot this one all the way into the net. Well done by Maestro. Didn't lose control of that one in the first game going to Northern Gaming.
Absolutely, and again, that's something you don't want to have. I think the first one went in exactly because of this two overcommits. You're in overtime. You're tied. You don't have to meet a deadline. You're not down a goal in the final minute of gameplay. Don't push up like that, or else this is going to happen. Northern Gaming is one of the top. They're in third place on the league play right now. You can't overcommit like that because they will capitalize.
Third place in the standings. They're third in goals. They're best in goals against. These guys really, really do know how to play this game, and you're seeing it pay off there as they are able to take game number 1 off of Summit. And yeah, man, just some dominating performance here. Only 2 shots coming through from Summit to the 10 from Northern Gaming.
Yeah, it's. I mean, Maestro's looking really strong. Got both their goals. And as I said before, when they're on offense and he's transitioning back, he's getting physical. He's in there bumping, making way for his teammates, to set up another play so he can come in for a shot. They're doing absolutely great on offense. Eventually, Summit figured it out. They started realizing what they had to do. They're looking out for each other. They're passing to each other, and that's really going to help them. It was a close game. Only 30 seconds in overtime against Northern Gaming. That's a good start for Summit. That's really all you can ask for at this point. And they are absolutely doing what we talked about before. They're looking at each individual game as the whole thing. That's where all their focus is right now. All 3 of Summit were looking really good. I mean, every single touch they're getting, Sebedon with that nice angle shot before. Every single touch they're getting is working out for them right now. Yeah,
they played very well on defense as well. Many of the goals or the shots coming through from Northern Gaming were saved away. They had 8 saves that game. But again, as we've been saying all the time, saves mean that you're allowing shots to happen on your net, and that's what we saw time and time again from Northern Gaming, just pounding that net of Summit here. That's not what you want to be having. You want to be able to break out of your own half, and here they're going to start off exactly where they left off, shooting this one towards the net. Remke will shoot just wide of the goal. It looked like he was going to be able to put that one in, but he's going to miss. That leaves it for Jesse, but Mystic with the dunk sends it back towards the net, and Flarkey has to touch it away.
It was a good read by Mystic to start it off. Again, they're looking for that quick early goal to set them on the right foot, but I mean, Summit doesn't want to let him have it.
Sebedon trying to set it up for Flarkey, but shut down by Maestro. Mystic will play it across the midfield line. Jesse is there alone. Now Maestro playing this one up, looking for an opportunity. Sets it up off the backboard. Remco comes in, but can't get the shot. Now Flarkey over the top. It's Maestro in the midfield. Feels backflip. Man, he's not going to be able to get a touch onto that one. That'll leave a lot of space. Moving it all the way back here for Summit to be back here up on offense. Flarkey trying to set this one out of the corner. His first minute of gameplay goes by and no one has found the net yet. Jesse sets this one high. Follows his own touch as Remco will shut it down, put it back out to midfield. A nice touch by Mystic, keeping some air on that ball. But all the way to Sebedom's where it went, and now ball moving onto that backboard. Maestro plays it over to Mystic, who gets it past Flarkey, going towards the net. Jesse plays it high, and Sebedon will continue to carry it away. Good opportunities on both sides. So far, we're still scoreless a minute and a half in.
I mean, now that we're down on the field with him, just watch some of the touches that Sebedon is getting. He just knows exactly where on the card to get the most powerful touches and where to be putting this ball as well, except for there.
Yeah, Sebedon had a nice opportunity, but he shot just a bit wide. Flarkey looks to set it up off the wall. Maestro Mystic will pinch it over the top of Jesse, and that'll leave it with Maestro moving on to offense. Sets it off the backboard for Remco, who takes a shot towards the net, barely saved by Jesse. Had an open net, and Jesse the last minute came in to fill in. Now Remco sets it over to Mystic, who looks for the tight angle, passes to Maestro instead, and gets blocked by Sebedon. An excellent play there by Northern Gaming, countered by the defense on Summit.
It's not those backboard passes you're expecting, but it is a back pass for sure. Good job from Mystic, realizing that Maestro is ready for a shot.
Sebedon dropping this one in a dangerous place. Flarkey tries to pinch it off, and it goes in. That's Summit with the lead in game number 2.
No way he got that touch. Look at that off the backboard. Nice and double. Just puts his nose down to put that to the bottom side where he saw no defenders. Great shot placement. Good follow through from Flarkey.
2:42 left to go in game number 2. And Summit with the lead. Looking to get their second win of league play. See if they can tie the series up here against Northern Gaming. Sebedon passes up to Jesse. Maestro will play over the top of Flarkey, and here comes Northern Gaming on the offense. It'll be Maestro. Plays it towards Sebedon, who plays it back into the corner. Now Mystic setting this one down. Remco is there with a shot just high of the goal. An excellent angle, just not quite able to get there. They're continuing to pressure this one through. Summit looks to break out.
Look at that. Once again, the physical play coming through. As soon as Mystic was ready to move back onto defense, he took someone out with him just in case his teammates had another opportunity to score.
Oh, nice setup by Mystic. Remco looking for the shot, blocked by Sebedon. Excellent positioning, but Mystic and Jesse continues to save it. The way Summit is playing on defense right now is very, very tight. They're consistently reading the shots coming in from Northern Gaming and just putting their cars right in the way, blocking those shots.
No, you're absolutely right. This defense is coming through clutch for Summit right now. They're watching, just making sure they're not overcommitting to a save too early and waiting for that shot to come in and play it reactionary.
Remco playing that one across the midfield line. Jesse now set that one onto the backboard, and Maestro play it high. Mystic can't quite get there before Flarkey puts it onto the wall, and he will continue to follow this. He does not get there in time. Now Remco and Maestro in the corner. Jesse sets this one out. Mystic gets up for that, sends it towards the net. A nice long shot. Will it find the net? Oh, it just barely goes off the crossbar. Maestro comes up from the back looking for an opportunity. Sets it over for Mystic, but Jesse carries it away once more. Defense continues to hold on here for Summit as they lead by 1 in the final minute of gameplay.
Northern Gaming is looking so good right now. Mystic is so aware of where he should just be at all times. Every single pass that's coming in, he's there for it, and he's getting the passes to his teammates. They're so strong on offense, they just can't sink one in.
Maestro setting that one across. Mystic will put it into the corner. 40 seconds remaining in game number 2, and they're down by 1. Summit looking to tie up the series. As Maestro looks to play this one as Flarkey, who gets there first and plays it across the entire goal. Remco play it off the back wall. Mystic slammed this one down. Jesse with a nice carry. As Remco drops this one towards Maestro with 20 seconds left in the game. They got to get it going right now, but Flarkey shutting them down at the midfield line. Mystic will play it back into the corner, and the 1v2 will favor Northern Gaming, but the final countdown, they have to be able to break across this midfield line. They get it across. The shot from Maestro is wide. Can he finish this one off? Keeps the pressure on. They have to keep it in the air, but it will touch, and Summit ties up the series.
There it is. Summit getting one against Northern Gaming, and that's it. Look at each individual game. They just took one off of Northern Gaming, all tied up in the series. I mean, Northern Gaming looked so good on offense. They were creating so many opportunities, and as I said, even on their way out, so physical, making sure that they get shots on net. But holy smoke, Summit's defense just kept them in that. As I said, instead of just playing ahead of a few steps ahead, they played so reactionary. They're watching their teammates, but they played so reactionary when it came to the shots from Northern Gaming, and that helped them out huge. Wait for the shot to come, get it out of there. I mean, creates close calls, but at the same time, it keeps the ball out of the net. Incredible defense from Summit.
Sure. There was a decent amount of reacting to what they're watching Northern Gaming do, but at the same time, they were at least one step ahead where they were always in the air, able to block the shots that were coming in away, just always staying there like incredible shots. So it was impressive to watch the way that they played, putting up the 5 saves, and we'll be moving on to Urban Central for game number 3, all tied up at a game apiece here.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm actually excited to see where this could go. The fact that both teams are playing well in their own regards is kind of interesting. I mean, we see Northern Gaming so strong. They could have some montage moments coming out in this next game on Urban Central, but at the same time, every opportunity being shut down by Summit. This could go either way, and in all reality, Summit has a chance to take the series the way they're looking.
At this point, they've both taken a game. This is the first to take 3. If Summit can do it 2 more times, they'll get a win there on the standings. They're currently sitting at 0-4. This is a big deal for them. See how they move forward here. It's Northern Gaming playing that one across the line. Mystic now looking for an opportunity as Sebadon puts it out into the middle. We're seeing Northern Gaming deep on offense, but that demo to Maestro will open up some space here for Summit. Sebadon will play that one across the midfield. Remco falling back. We'll let Maestro move out of goal. Played over the top of Sebadon. Jesse misses. That leaves it for Remco, who pinches it out to the other side of the field. Flarkey now carrying this one towards the corner. It's Maestro who puts it away. Mystic pops it over the top of one, and Maestro with another touch, winning all the 50-50s and gets the first point on the board.
As you said, it wasn't even like Summit wasn't trying to make these 50-50s. They just lost every single one of them. Good call for Maestro to get that touch out from Mystic. Off the crossbar, there's no saving that.
Well done there as Maestro puts a point in for Northern Gaming. 4:17 left to go in game number 3. After tying the series up, they look to take the lead back. As the ball moves across the midfield line. A nice shot there by Maestro, put high by Sebadon. Remco comes in to try and finish it off, puts it one wide, just wide of the goal. A nice touch by Sebadon, carried it away. Now Maestro is up to try put it back down into the box. Misses the touch on the wall, and Flarkey will be able to play it back out to midfield, but Mystic immediately counters, keeping this pressure on for Northern Gaming, trying to fall on Sebadon. Doesn't get the hit. That'll leave it with Flarkey moving it up Getting it across that midfield line, transitioning onto offense. Flarkey shot just wide of the goal. The demo onto Jesse will leave a bit of space on defense here for Northern Gaming, but that does mean there's a defender back for Summit. And right now, they are continuing to pressure this offense.
As you said, that demo was critical. That actually might have been a goal had that demo not come out onto Jesse. So very clutch, and we've seen it this entire series. A lot of physical play coming out of Northern Gaming.
Remco playing that one across the midfield line. Bounces it off the corner, out into the middle. Now Jesse to Flarkey. The nice shot that goes just wide. Going back into the corner, Sebedon puts it back into the middle. Flarkey looks to keep the pressure on, passes it back to Sebedon, who's going to take the shot, but it goes wide. Remco able to play it past Flarkey. Great passing there coming through for Summit, but it has not materialized into a goal just yet. Oh, Sebedon played it past. Well done. They are able to tie it up.
Doesn't matter. Even though that first pass play didn't go in, Jesse's like, guys, let me show you how it's done. Nice double touch pass over to Sebedon, recognizing Jesse isn't going to be able to follow through one more time, gets in the way and throws it into the net.
Yeah, they had a great amount of passing that had opened up the defense, but they weren't able to take the shot onto net. Weren't able to have their accuracy kind of hurt them a bit, but finally it pays off as Sebedon is able to put that one in, tying the game up in a tied series. 2:42 left to go. Approaching halftime here as Maestro comes in to try and finish this off. It'll be hit out by Summit. Back to Remco on the back line, who plays it around the corner. Mystic in the air will play it up to Remco. Can he get there? No, it's Jesse. Plays it away. Now Maestro and Mystic looking. Trying to set this one up for Remco, who plays it up to midfield, bouncing it off that wall. Maestro wins out the 50-50, bounces it around. Now Mystic on the side. Plays it back down towards the goal. Now Sebedon gets it underneath Remco. Mystic plays it away from him, just taking ball control away, wins the 50-50 with Flarkey, and now can he win this one too? Sends this one, is it gonna drop in? It'll be a bit high. Can Maestro finish? A good touch by Sebedon, carries it away, changes the trajectory enough that the striker couldn't see it, and now Jesse plays that one back into the orange. 1:52 left to go, still a tie game. Wow.
Not anymore.
What a shot from Mystic. Sebedon could not get there.
No, that was great. Just a nice high lob. Gets demoed after it, but it doesn't matter. That is a hard angle to get to on defense.
I love what the camera does when a player's been demoed. It's like, wait, he was right here. I'll just look at the goal again.
I'll just watch where it's going. But now, as we said, nice high lob, and that one drops right into the net. Those are hard to defend against at that angle.
Sebedon winning a nice 50-50 in the air. 1:40 left to go. Summit has to find a way to score. They're down by one in the game. Maestro sets this one high. Mystic immediately in the air, goes in to take the shot. Flarkey and Sebedon in the back will put it into the corner. Maestro looks to keep this pressure on. Reads it well, keeps it in the corner. But Flarkey there will wrap it around. Remco out to Mystic, looking to drop it. Cannot quite get the angle. Now Jesse playing it across that line. 1:15 left to go. We're seeing Summit back up on offense. They need this point just to tie it up.
We see when they get onto offense, Summit just gets a little bit antsy, like they're trying to create a play too hard instead of letting it come natural. And that's why they find themselves back on defense every single time, and Northern Gaming transitioning pretty easily.
Mystic and Maestro. Oh dear, I think Mystic was trying to back pass to Maestro, who was right on top of him. That opens up a lot of space here for Summit. Have an opportunity. As Mystic plays that one around Jesse now in the air. Puts it back into the corner. Maestro plays that one towards the ceiling, looking to touch his own pass. What a play by Maestro, doing it all by himself.
Oh, Sebedon was so close to getting to that one, but once again, these high lobs. You've seen Northern Gaming in the past minute and a half setting up in it really, really high shots. Mystic's been the one to usually follow them up, but these high lobs are just getting out of the reach of Summit right now, and Northern Gaming's not going to stop that anytime soon if it's working.
Flarkey coming over the top, cannot quite get the angle. That leaves it for Maestro. Putting it high. Remco with a nice touch out to middle. Flarkey looks just to play it away as Maestro continues to pressure in the corner. Flarkey with a nice play off the backboard. A good touch there by Sebedon, sets this one up for Jesse. Shot goes a bit wide, and oh my goodness, that was like a back pass from Maestro to Mystic in his own net. That was crazy.
That was super, super risky. I don't know if it was intentional at all, but you almost put one in your own net. With 5 seconds left, it probably wouldn't have mattered at this point. They are playing pretty well now, and as I said before, it's those high lobs coming out from from Northern Gaming are out of the reach of Summit, and they're definitely going to have to figure out how to get to these balls pretty quick and not be caught off guard.
Yep, no, very, very impressive plays coming out there from Northern Gaming, especially on the behalf of Maestro, getting some nice long shots, winning out the 50-50s. They had a couple different goals where, like you had said, you pointed it out, that it's not a matter of the positioning or the decision-making on the side of Summit. It's more just kind of the mechanical skill of Northern Gaming. They're just winning out the 50-50s. They're just always there. Their reaction time just slightly better, and that's what easily gave them the win here, because Summit was doing what they needed to do. They just weren't doing it quickly enough.
Well, I mean, yeah, we've been over it before about 50-50s. If you know what you're doing, they're not actually 50-50s. You can push that percentage in your favor. The ball's going to exit at the easiest point for it to leap between two objects, and if you can make sure you give it that trajectory that you want, it's going to go in your favor. And that's, as you said, is exactly what Northern Gaming's doing. And now they're not even having to worry about that, as I said, with these high passes to each other. Summit's going to have to get up a lot quicker and, again, be less antsy on offense. Too many times I've seen both Flarkey, Sebedom, they're not going to get to 50-50 or have any chance of winning it, but they're still committing to that shot, and that's setting them up in a weird spot that they can't rotate back fast enough. And you've seen it a few times where Summit's been in a weird spot having to rush back really hard to defense, and that's why, committing a little bit too hard on offense when they don't have a play.
Game number 4. Still here on Urban Central, but it's now dawn. We've somehow gone back in time. And Remco looking to pressure this one immediately into the half. Summit. Nice setup there as Maestro finds the net immediately. 9 seconds in, and Northern Gaming's on the board.
Nice, great pass out. I mean, just clean 1-2 punch here. Mystic gets a nice center, not too close to net that the defenders can get it, but close enough that Maestro can get a nice, powerful shot on it, and a quick early one for Northern Gaming.
They continue right where they left off in game number 3. Pounding hard and quick there onto the door. Summit. See Jesse getting bumped in midfield by Mystic, opens up a lot of space for Maestro to take a shot. Sebedom will save that one away, but Mystic in the air plops that one right back over to Remco. And Jesse will be able to shoot this one towards the net. A nice long shot cleared by Maestro. You Mystic in the backfield here, playing over the top of 2. It's just Flarkey in the back as Maestro comes speeding in. There's a nice opportunity. Oh, Mystic backflips, but Remco will finish it off, and that is a 2-0 lead for Northern Gaming.
This is exactly what I was talking about with pinches. Look at Remco as he gets, Maestro as he gets just the perfect touch on the wall to send that flying across the net at a speed that the defense can't get to it. He knew exactly where that was going because he's been practicing his pinches.
4:25 left on the clock. Not even out of the first minute, and we've already seen Northern Gaming score twice. Remco had a nice angle, couldn't quite get there. And now Jesse, with pressure, with support from his teammates, was able to pressure through, but Maestro winning out the 50-50 once more. Mystic with a tight angle. Can they finish this one off? Oh, they make it very nice and slow, and it's a 3-0 game.
A little bit too rushy on defense there. I mean, Jesse went for a bad boost grab and just couldn't get back in time. He tried his best, but you have 3 attackers and you're the only defender rushing from the corner. It's not going to be a good situation for you. Northern Gaming had it a little bit easy on that one.
And I think I believe it was Jesse who came in to try and get the save. And he had a good positioning, but just the shot placement from Maestro was perfect, realizing the goalie was crossing in one direction, just put it behind him. Easy way to score. And oh man, they're threatening to do it once more here. Barely out of the first minute of gameplay, and it's already 3 goals up for Northern Gaming. They've got Summit on match point. If Summit doesn't win this one, they're done for the day as well, because it's the only match they're playing. Have an opportunity to carry this one through, but a nice bump there by Mystic opens up lots of space for Remco. It's just him and, oh my goodness, Remco. That was brutal what he just did to Sebedom.
And Maestro comes in and takes the shot anyways, his buddy, that's mine. But yeah, I mean, like, 1v1 situation, that good mind game. I mean, the defender thought it was going one way. Remco's like, nope, I'm just not going to touch it. And they're at the next level right now. Like, they're feeling this match, and this is Northern Gaming at full pace.
Man, can you think of anything scarier than a 1v1 with Remco? That's just a brutal situation to be
1v1
in.
with Pashy or Scrub?
Oh, man, yeah, I guess so. There's a couple things. I mean, at this point, we're just rating nightmares. So this is just from bad to worse. Jesse trying to play that one down to the middle. Maestro's got it again. They're going to be able to get this one immediately back onto the offense. Might be able to get another point out of it. A great setup there by Remco, just high. Flarkey wasn't even going to be there. If he had been underneath the crossbar, that would have been a goal. We're seeing Northern Gaming just do what they do best here to Summit, and just pound shot after shot onto the net. And oh my goodness, a nice play there by Jesse. Had an opportunity. Flarkey didn't get the redirect. Now leaves it back with Northern Gaming as they move up onto offense, but so far it's just been the Northern Gaming show in Game 4. Remco will play that one out. Maybe Flarkey trying to push this one up into the corner. Good play there by Maestro up to Remco.
No.
Gonna try and set this one in. Oh, just a nice light touch to put that one past Jesse, and it's a 5-0 game.
I didn't think Remco could get this touch, but as soon as he started to slow it down a bit, I'm like, yeah, he's got this one. Just soft enough touch with the corner of his car to pop that one over the last defender. Beautiful touch from Remco to get that over there. Any other part of the car, that probably was going to get defended.
Right here at halftime, it's already looking all over for Summit as they're down by 5. Biggest comeback we've ever had in RLCS history was a 4-0 comeback. And that's only happened once. We've also only ever once had a 3-0 comeback, so it's a pretty rare occurrence. And oh dear, the long shot going in for Maestro. They just keep on pounding the net at all ranges.
You were talking about the comeback, and then your commentator cursed it. What are you doing to Summit, man?
I mean, I don't think I'm doing much of anything at this point. It's kind of all on them. It's more what Northern Gaming's doing.
Absolutely.
This is brutal. The way they just keep on pounding this in. The 50-50 there for Summit, working out. Sebadon has an opportunity maybe to get a point on the board here. Can't quite get it through. Remco plays that one around, looking for an opportunity to push it away. At this point, it's just been they're having so much trouble even taking shots on the net. There's been very, very few true shots coming through for Summit.
You're right, and even when they get the opportunities like this, it's just Northern Gaming is playing confidently. They have such a lead right now that they can take some more risks, and they're just getting up for every single 50-50, even when they're on defense, and making sure the scoring opportunities aren't even presenting themselves.
Yeah, just playing the mid-line defense. Just don't even let it get near your goal. Sebadon plays that one past 2. Maestro will play it up to Remco. They might be able to extend the lead here. But here's the question for you. If they get a 7th one in here, do you think they'll give them the Brazil?
I'm not sure, because like in the RLCS, it's all about stats, man.
Sure. Yeah,
you
so
get
why,
as many goals as
why,
possible.
Why even let a goal in just for the joke?
Mm-hmm.
Flarkey playing that one high. Remco puts it over. Oh, Jesse has an opportunity to put this one in. Oh, shut down by Mystic. His positioning is excellent, and Jesse's shot does not find the net. Now Sebadon playing over the top, playing it over towards Jesse. They pinch it into the corner. A nice setup here. Can they finish this one off? No, Remco will put it out to midfield. 1 minute remaining. The game is over. The question is, how will it end?
I mean, at this point, it doesn't. I think Summit's like half given up. I'm seeing Sebadon go up for things that he really should not now. Mm-hmm. When his teammates have a better hit and is just putting himself in weird spots, I think at this point it's just kind of autopilot. They know it's over, but they're going to still try to get a goal and maybe flash yet. At least get a montage goal.
I'd like to see them get a goal because I think that would really light the fire under Northern Gaming to try and get that 7th goal.
That's absolutely true. I'm with you on that one.
If they can just, like, that way they don't have to give it to them. We'd still get our Brazil. Oh, so close from Jesse. Can Flarkey finish? He does. They got 26 seconds. Let's see if a Brazil happens.
We might get our wish.
We might.
As you said, they're going to keep trying, and if you can at least get a montage goal, that's all that matters. But good angle there from Flarkey. Finds it on that short side and gets him at least one, and that feels good.
Montage goals are all that matters. Quote Leaf, 2016. They're not even worth points. Sebadon plays him over to the side here. Oh, Maestro plays it down. 20 seconds. Can they get the infamous Brazil? Remco playing this one in the air. Will put it towards the backboard. Played it past Jesse. Oh, here comes Mystic in the finish. Does not get it through. And this will be a moral victory for Summit if they're able to hold off this last one. Maestro trying to pressure it in. There's 4 seconds left. Oh, Remco like side flips. Did not get the angle. Final second. Can they carry it across? They set it over. Mystic plays it high. Remco and Maestro don't look like they're in a position. It will touch the ground. Well done by Summit keeping off that last one. But well done by Northern Gaming winning the series.
I mean, if you don't get the Brazil, man, you don't win.
That's right.
We got to go to the next game.
That would be a really interesting rule if a team has an opportunity for a Brazil and the other team stops and they're like, no, you don't win. That win goes over.
That's how I do it.
I don't know. That'd be weird, but holy cow. Northern Gaming putting on a show there. 13 shots. Only had to make 1 save as they held Summit to 3 shots. Their midline defense really standing up strong, completely keeping the shots away from Summit as they take the win here.
Well, you could see it start to snowball through game 2. I mean, Northern Gaming, they realized what Summit was doing, and they changed it up. Summit wasn't able to react to it, and it ended up in a 6-1 for Northern Gaming as they take it. But there's a point off of Northern Gaming. At least you got another game, and again, that's a victory in its own.
Yep, absolutely. Well done by Northern Gaming, and yes, well done by Summit, who has been struggling to get wins at all. Able to take a win off of Northern Gaming. We'll be sending it back over to the analyst desk, where I'm sure they've got lots of great things to say about this match. Axel toss, guys, back to you.
Thank you, Wave Punk and Leaf. Congrats to Northern Gaming getting a nice victory there. Very convincing victory over Summit. Unfortunately for Summit, they lose again, and that's their only match this week. But let's take another look at that one in this replay to see exactly how Northern Gaming was able to get that done.
I bet Northern Gaming was pretty happy that they got to play Summit in this first game because they were a little asleep at the wheel for games 1 and 2, only scoring 2 goals in game 1, barely winning it. Went all the way to overtime and then just a wide open net for Maestro here.
It did look a little strong for Summit early on. You know, they brought the first game to overtime, then they took game 2. So it looked like it could have gone better, but things just got out of hand once Northern Gaming woke up and were able to get into full stride.
Yeah, Northern Gaming was just not shooting well for games 1 and 2. The game 3, they started to put it on, and 7M, I'm not sure what that was on defense, trying to flip. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, maybe, sure, why not? But it was a 3-1 for game 3, and then that's it. It was just game 4 was just lights out. Northern Gaming finally woke up, which is scary for Reunited, who has to play them next, because they probably wanted to face the Northern Gaming of games 1 and 2, not what we saw in game 4 here.
And it's funny, you know, we talk about Summit. They did have their flashes, their flashes of skill. We saw a great double-touch goal by Flarkey early on in the series. And, you know, they have the potential, but it really is just they don't mold it together as consistently as some of these teams are up against. And that's when they start to struggle midway through a series. After they've been playing for a while and the other teams kind of starting to get their glue together, they just start to fall apart and teams start to run on them.
Definitely moments, as you said, where we see Summit play pretty darn well. A little bit unfortunate they have to go against Northern Gaming, and again, that's their only match today. So they're going to have to go into next week. They're going to be 0-5 in the standings. Fortunately, at the very bottom. Talk about statistical probabilities all day. We'll have a better idea as the day goes along today because it's going to depend a lot on how the other matches unfold. Speaking of other matches, coming up next is Reunited versus Northern Gaming. Of course, Northern Gaming getting a little bit of warm-up in with playing against Summit. They got to be feeling good going into this next match, I think. So we'll see what happens, but we're going to take a short break from the Rocket League Championship Series. You're watching our coverage of League Play for Europe. Coming up next again is Reunited versus Northern Gaming. Stay tuned.